questions for Coach Taggart.
Tell me what happened on the last play, their interception that they had.
We just didn't get enough air under the ball. You know, we had a guy all open and just didn't get enough air, and they guy jumped high enough to tip it there, and they caught the interception off tip ball.
I'm sure this game just basically came down to turnovers.
No doubt. You know, turnovers and special team. You know, thought we did a terrible job kickoff coverage all game. You know, we had a couple of stops there, but we gave them too much field position on the kickoff team, and then that one kickoff return killed us there at the end.
Were you prepared at how much they were going to run the ball tonight?
They've been running the ball all year, you know, and been doing a good job at it. I was surprised that they ran it so well on us in that first quarter, you know, and I said going into the game we couldn't turn the ball over or give up big plays, you know. We had to play outstanding on special teams, and we didn't do any of those things, you know, and we got the results that I thought we would if we didn't do them.
You guys have been preaching a fast start all year, but yet again, you know, another slow one. Why do you think that continues to happen?
We just didn't execute, you know. We just didn't execute. Went down, came out, and the thing about it, I don't think it killed us, you know. But it just didn't work. We didn't execute early. I think we came back I know offensively in our second series and went down and scored a touchdown, you know. So first series wasn't good. Second series they played. We executed better. And defensively, it took us a while to adjust, I guess, a little bit. And I know early there we had guys running out of their gaps, you know, and he was able to, the running back was able to hit those holes and get some big yardage on us.
Where's this performance tonight rate, you know, as far as some of like past, 3 or 4 games or so?
Last 3 or 4 games, I would say it ranks like the one before, like 2 weeks ago. You know, we both lost. You know, they suck when you lose. We hate losing. You know, and but we did it to ourselves. You can't put the ball on the ground. You know, you can't give up a kickoff return. Can't give up big plays. So it's all on us. It's all on us. Can't make no excuse about it. Middle made the plays that they needed to and won the ball game.
Burned 2 timeouts on that drive. Obviously, it would have been nice to have those down at the end. Was it just a matter of not getting the ball snapped on time, not getting in? What was the issue there?
Guys just panicked. You know, we got lined up in panic, and I know one time they was confused in the huddle, not knowing for sure what the quarterback had said. Rather than asking them, they just lined up and then just panicked. You know, you can't panic in those situations.
Coming out of that timeout on 3rd down, what were you trying to capitalize with the K1 Jake's keeper?
Well, we had a play there. We just didn't execute it. We would have ran it like we were supposed to. We probably would have got it.
Going back to the timeouts for a second, that was something that was an issue at the beginning of last year, kind of went away. Same thing this year, it's starting to creep up a little bit.
It don't seem like that this year. That's the first time it happened this year. So it can't seem like it this year. You know, and last year is last year. You know, that's the first time that happened to us this year. It's not a problem for us. You can look back now and say it cost us, but again, if we throw the ball and complete the pass, then it doesn't matter. So that's not an issue. We'll get it corrected.
Were you surprised the D-line came out and kind of had one of their weaker games after coming off 9 sacks last week?
Well, I was not just our D-line, but our entire defense. I was surprised that we allowed that many yards rushing in the first quarter. You know, and but again, like I said, we just had guys missing, not going in their gap. It wasn't all on the D-line. You know, it was 7 other guys on the field. That got to help too. So again, the middle made the plays. You know, but I thought our guys in the second half adjusted and played a lot better defensively, and but they made a little more plays than we did.
Coach, what do you think leads to the slower starts like the ones on the road against Troy and Arkansas State and then tonight?
Execution. Comes down to execution. You know, we played well against Monroe, you know, and came back in Troy. I mean, it's just execution. You know, you got to execute, and if you don't, then things don't happen for you. When we execute, we're not asking that question. When we don't, we get that question. Execution.
how would you describe your frustration level after clearly not playing your best game defensively and struggling offensively, but still being so close to still pulling out the win late in the game?
It's frustrating, but I told our guys, it's all on us. I mean, we did this to ourselves. We can't blame anybody else. It's all on us, and that's what you get when you make those mistakes. And we got to understand that, and if we don't want those things to happen, then we need to correct those mistakes.
On that last drive before the interception, how much of that was K1's play calling? That last drive where you went for it on fourth down, I believe, 2 or 3 times. How much of that was K1 adapting to what he saw in the defense?
He was just going through his reads. We called plays, and he was going through his reads and found an open guy.
What did you say to your guys about the rest of the season tonight?
I told him after the game I love each and every last one of them, and it's a classic example of when we don't do things like we talk about. We don't take care of the football, and we give up big plays or give up a kickoff return, and usually that equals a loss, and so that's all on us, and we got 3 ball games and left, and first one up is Florida Atlantic, and we got to be ticked off for 24 hours and then come back and get ready for Florida Atlantic, because they're not going to feel sorry for us or anyone else.
You got a couple extra days with the short week this week. You got a couple extra days for the next game. Anything you're going to do differently?
No, we're going to come back and practice tomorrow, and we'll get the guys off Saturday and then back to work on Sunday.
You had those, I can think of 3 fourth-down conversions off the top of my head. Were you just kind of figuring that this game was going to come down to a few points like that, or?
No, we just felt like we needed to go for it in those situations. And actually, it was good to see, because we hadn't been doing a good job on fourth down, and it was good to see that our guys execute on those downs.
Did you see any other positives from this game?
Yeah, I mean, we did some good things. The quarterback threw the ball well, receiver caught the ball, Willie played. He had some nice catches. I mean, we did. Tonio had another good game. Did some good things. We just didn't do enough, to get the win. But get back and evaluate the film, and come back next week and see if we can get back in the win column. That's all we can do now.
Coach, it seems that when you throw the ball up, Austin Eakins comes down with it. Why isn't he seeing more playing time?
Austin, we don't give anybody playing time. People earn playing time, and if Austin do what he's supposed to, he can earn a little more playing time, but we call plays for Austin. We got plays for him, and he makes it happen when he do, but Austin's a freshman, and he's still learning our offense. He don't know our offense like everyone else, so we're not going to do that to him and put him out there and hurt our entire football team as much. But we have certain plays for him that we put him in there, and it's great that he go up and get those plays for us.
Was Andrew Jackson having trouble with quicker running backs? I saw Washington was in the game a lot at the Mike position.
Not yet. Hurt himself.
Yeah.